everyone, we are working on practice sheet 30, okay? So let's look at number 1. It says a drawing of a sailboat was made using a rectangle and 2 right triangles as shown. What I would do is instead of doing 2 right triangles, I would just say that we have 1 triangle, okay? You don't have to do this. You can literally find the triangle area for both. But what I would do is I would just come over here and I would draw my triangle. I can see this is the height, which is 6, and the base is both of these together. So that would be 5. Okay, so your job is to use your formula chart to write the formula. Okay, and find area of that triangle. And then over here, we know we have a rectangle, a long rectangle. It's 2.5 centimeters by 12 centimeters. And I'm just double checking my units. Everything is in centimeters here. Okay? So, if this was a STAR test, this is what I would expect to see on a paper if I was walking by. I would expect to see you draw the shape. Okay? Find each area. That's what I would do. And when you're done, you're adding them because I have 2 shapes pushed together. There's not a missing shape. Okay? You have a formula chart for that. Number 2, this was almost the same as a question we had, I think it was the week before last. It says a refrigerator is priced at $525.50. There is 6% sales tax rate. What is this sales tax? All I need is this sales tax. That's all that I need. So, what do we do when we have a percent? We change the percent to a decimal and multiply. Okay, that's what you're going to do, and that's it. When you multiply, you get the tax. We want the tax. That's all it's asking for. It's not asking for a total. We do not have to add this time. That's it. Don't miss that problem. Okay, watch your decimal though, because we will count over the spaces on this. Okay. Number 3, a bag contains colored tiles. A tile will randomly, I need to put in the word be, selected from the bag. What is the probability the tile will be green? Write answer as a simplified fraction and decimal. So, hopefully you know we want a total on bottom and we want the green on top. Okay? So you're going to put whatever you get, you're going to put that right here, but then you need to simplify that solution. It is easy to simplify, okay? Then you are going to divide it, okay? Hopefully we know you can actually divide this fraction. I would divide the simplified fraction, okay? Green divided by total, okay? Divide that. It will give you a decimal. Number 4. I really don't want to go over this with you, but I will remind you that we are going to change that to a plus. Hopefully everybody knows that. This is an arrow problem. Hopefully we can see this is different. Difference, subtract. Okay, I'm not going to walk you through it any more than that. Guys, you will have to do this alone on the test, and I need everybody, please be careful. Watch your sign, watch your decimals, watch your regrouping. Number 5, in a paper sack, there are many candy bars. There are 5 Milky Way, 8 Snickers, and 2 Almond Joy bars. 2 students each won a prize, and they get a candy bar. The first student randomly chooses 1 candy bar and keeps it. Randomly. They don't get to see it. Okay? The second student reaches in and selects a candy bar, also randomly, from the ones remaining. What is the probability both will be a Milky Way? Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this. I want a Milky Way, and then I want another Milky Way. Okay? This is dependent probability. Okay? So, this is our first week with it on a practice sheet, so I'm going to walk you through it. So remember, we need a total on bottom. We are going to do this Milky Way and then another Milky Way. So how many are there total? 5 plus 8 plus 2. 5 plus 8, 13 plus 2, that's 15. How many are Milky Way? Okay, I want y'all to simplify that. I'm going to have y'all do that alone. Both of these will divide by 5. Notice I will not be able to tell you this on the test. I'm just trying to help you along. Okay, so then the second person reaches in and randomly chooses one. So what do we know? Well, we knew the first person took a Milky Way. So that means that's the chance if that happens, which means that this will no longer be 5, it will be 4, because whoever the first person was, they took a Milky Way, so there's one less, okay? So when I reach in, now there are 4, and then 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Remember, this is dependent probability. The denominator changes. That denominator changes, okay? On this, these are both even, so they divide by 2. So we get 2 over 7. And your last step, guys, is you multiply. You're going to multiply whatever you get here by 2 over 7. There should not be any more simplifying, and whatever you get goes right there. Remember, event 1, event 2, multiply. Number 6. At a school assembly, 2 out of 15 students were wearing caps. If there were 495 students in the assembly, how many students would you expect to not be wearing caps? Okay. So, this word is telling me that I would do a proportion. Okay. And there's 2 ways I would do a proportion. So, number 1, 2 out of 15. This means that we have a total. Okay. So, okay. Now on top, you can either do caps or not caps. Remember, these are complementary events. Okay. If caps are 2, how many are not caps out of 15? Hopefully you know that would be 3. If 15, 2 people wear caps, everybody else does not wear a cap. So I'm going to put that right here, not caps. So this is our ratio. You go into the auditorium, 13 kiddos are not wearing caps out of every 15. Okay? That is our sample. Okay? Now, there are a total of 495 students. There's that many students in the assembly. That number is going to go here. And your job is you are going to cross multiply this. So that means I should be seeing this work on your paper. Okay? And then you know we divide by 15. I really need to make sure I'm seeing nice, neat work. So multiply, and then you will divide by 15. Okay. Last problem. The table shows the numbers of different colors of pencils in a pencil case. A student will randomly select one pencil from a pencil case. Here's our table right here. Okay? Based on the information in the table, which statement is true? So your job, guys, is to read each statement and find 2, just like you would on the test, that you know are wrong. Okay, so if I were to read all these, I'm just going to randomly read this one because I think this one's easy. The pencil is equally likely to be blue or green. Are these equally likely? And hopefully you know that's no. So you would say H is not correct because, and you need to tell me why. You can tell that they are not equally likely. Tell me how that blue or green are not equally likely. Finish that statement, okay? So you're going to figure out two that are wrong and then choose between those to get your correct answer.